shift our focus to Ladakh. Well, the climate activist Sonam Wangchuk was arrested by Ladakh police for leading protests demanding statehood and 6th scheduled status for the Union Territory of Ladakh. Now, he has been charged under the stringent National Security Act, the NSA, which permits long preventive detention without bail. Now, sources say that Wangchuk has been shifted out of the Union Territory and has been taken to Rajasthan, reportedly as internet remains suspended in the Union Territory. Meanwhile, Wangchuk's arrest has sparked a political uproar, with opposition leaders accusing the government of scapegoating him. Now, Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah criticized the BJP, saying that it failed to win the trust of Ladakh's people and is now making excuses for its failure to fulfill their promises. Listen in.
चलिए अफसोस की बात है, लेकिन जिस तरह मरकज की हुकूमत कल से उनके पीछे पड़ी हुई थी, शायद ये लग ही रहा था कि इस तरह का वो करेंगे। देना उन लोगों के साथ कुछ वादे हुए जिस तरह हमारे साथ हुए। अब समझ में नहीं आता मरकज की हुकूमत की क्या मजबूरी है कि वादे करने के बाद वो उन वादों से मुकर जाते हैं।
अब याद रखिएगा, दिस वाज अ बर्स्ट। इट वाजन ऐसा नहीं है कि किसी क्षेत्र जहां पे सिविल अनरेस्ट हमेशा चलते रहता है। दिस वाज अ बर्स्ट ऑफ यूथ अनरेस्ट, आई वुड कॉल इट, है ना, एक यूथ अनरेस्ट का था। और आप हमारे अंडरस्टैंडिंग में गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया अंडरस्टैंड्स व्हाट्स हैपनिंग, यू नो, एंड दे विल स्टार्ट सॉल्विंग इट। एंड दिस इज ये बहुत ही सेंसिटिव जगह है लद्दाख, और हम जानते हैं, सबसे ज्यादा लद्दाख ही जानते हैं कि लद्दाख कितना सेंसिटिव जगह है। और हम गवर्नमेंट से यही हम उम्मीद करते हैं, रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं कि ऐसा इंसिडेंट फिर से ले में कभी ना हो। कल अगर बुलेट्स नहीं चलते तो ये होना ही नहीं था। बुलेट्स स्प्रे किया गया। आई मीन, यू नो, लोगों का कहना है कि ये कश्मीर में पीक जब अनरेस्ट था उसमें भी ऐसा दिखने को नहीं मिलता था कि इतने जवानों को एक साथ हॉस्पिटलाइज किया जाए। I mean, this was unprecedented. ये तो हिंदुस्तान के लिए unprecedented. I don't know how the government of India is going to face the world. दुनिया को कैसे फेस करेगा ऐसे काम करके?
And senior News 18's Ishan Wani continues to be with us. Ishan, a very good morning to you. I wish to understand from you, of course, Sonam Wangchuk, as we know, has been arrested under the NSA and brought to Jodhpur Central Jail. But what does this mean legally, and what are the implications of such a charge for an activist like him?
Legally it would mean a lot of hassle, because this is a stringent law under which you can be detained up to 1 year without even going to the court. How the family deals with it, because they are several kilometers away from Jodhpur, they'll have to do to and fro where they're able to file the case, and how things are going to be. It's going to be a difficult time for the family of Sonam Wangchuk. Now the situation in Kargil remains peaceful today. Ladakh police, ITBP, CRPF men have been deployed in strength at places to ensure that the peace prevail. Let me directly take you to the visuals. If Bashir Loan can show you. Behind me, you will notice that on these roads you will see CRPF, ITBP and Jammu and Kashmir police are manning these roads, and there are barbed wires and concertina wires which have been placed at crucial roads, and anyone who's passing through these areas are being checked and looked at. There's a curfew-like situation in Ladakh, though we can't say whether there's curfew, but definitely 163 BNS has been imposed in Ladakh, and then Lieutenant Governor said there's a curfew as well. We saw the sort of arson and pictures that emerged from Ladakh were really shocking, and that is why a lot of crowd actually started pouring in, and questions were raised about Sonam Wangchuk's presence, and particularly his speeches that now the Ministry of Home Affairs is referring to, that he has made provocative statements multiple times, talking about Gen Z revolution, talking about Arab Spring style agitation, and that is why the government has dealt with this with an iron fist. Now this marks a new phase in the entire protest, or one can say that agitation that the Ladakhi leadership was trying to do, because Sonam Wangchuk had become a face of Ladakh's struggle for 6th schedule or statehood, but the MHA was equally trying to ensure that they are able to contain this anger, and they are able to give to the people of Ladakh what they wished for. But it all turned violent on that particular day, and government blames Sonam Wangchuk Wangchuk's speech, while Sonam Wangchuk said because of two elderly men from one of the villages in Ladakh fell unconscious due to the hunger strike they were sitting in, along with Sonam Wangchuk, that angered the youngsters who led a protest, and then arson followed. But the sort of stringent law that the government has dealt with it clearly shows that the government wants to ensure there is no such action that is undertaken by anyone which can destabilize union territory like Ladakh, particularly where you have China at the one end and Pakistan at the other, and the government wants to make it clear that they are not going to allow this kind of provocation in a place like Ladakh, where visuals that we saw were not seen for several decades, because Ladakh has been alien to such kind of things, and now will be interesting to see that what happens in the next couple of days.
All right, Ishan, thank you so much.